depression tends to reoccur. And the more episodes one has had, the more likely a new episode is. And this might be because some people might have an inherent sensitivity for depression. Or then if one is prone to this ruminating way of thinking, meaning that their thoughts and thinking kind of get stuck into this negative, worrying way of looking at things. Also, the fact that the mind and the brain are very efficient in learning and forming connections can contribute to the tendency of depression to come back. During the first depression episode, the mood is low and the mind starts to form connections with the low mood with all the other negative experiences during that time. So low mood might be connected with sadness, it might be connected with tiredness, it might be connected to any other experience related to depression. And then later on, even after getting better, when we feel, for instance, sad again, the connection between sadness and low mood activates, and we remember how bad we felt when we were depressed. So even a passing, quite normal feeling that we all feel at some point in our lives, such as sadness, brings back the memory of feeling depressed. And quite naturally, this might awaken, for instance, fear. What if I get depressed again? What if I have to take a sick leave for months again? What if I feel as hopeless and as dark as I did back then? And this activation of these connections between the mood or the emotion and the mood, and then the fear and all other emotions and thoughts that this awakens, might become a spiral that could take us back down to depression. And each depression episode keeps on strengthening these connections. And that's why the more episodes I've had, the more likely or the more sensitive I become for this spiral to turn on again. These connections form automatically, whether we want them to or not, but we can create new kind of connections. And mindfulness helps in this. With mindfulness, we can kind of stop, take a bit of distance to what's going on inside of us, to all the emotions and thoughts, and we can choose how to behave, we can choose what to focus on, and we can also, in those situations, behave in ways that help us, and we can feel compassion for ourselves. The connection becomes that sadness doesn't lead to depression. Sadness doesn't lead to this low mood, but it's a feeling that brings up a lot of difficult stuff, but then goes.